All right, let's just jump right in. If you've ever had a crew stuck at a job site, just sitting there, watching the clock tick because a certificate of insurance got rejected, well, this explainer is for you. We're going to show you exactly how to fix that frustrating red portal problem the same day, right here in California.
And this is the mindset we're kicking things off with. That red light in the portal is not a 5-alarm fire. It feels like one, I know. But it's a common, fixable snag, and the solution is all about precision, not panic. We're going to get this moving today.
And hey, this isn't just theory. I'm thinking of this one foreman down in Fresno. It's 7:45 in the morning, he gets a rejected COI. 12 minutes later, he's got a green light. How? Just a couple of tiny, precise fixes. It just goes to show you, speed isn't about getting lucky. It's about knowing exactly where to look.
Okay, so let's really get into the heart of it. The red portal problem. It feels huge, right? That sinking feeling when the whole project grinds to a halt over one single piece of paper. The stakes are incredibly high.
Now this is so important because it's all about reframing the issue. What feels like this massive insurance catastrophe is almost always just a tiny administrative mismatch. It's not some complex coverage problem, it's usually what you could call a linguistic error. A typo, a missing LLC, a wrong number in the address. This is a 5-minute fix, not a half-day disaster.
So to fix it, first we have to diagnose it. Why do these certificates actually fail? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the most common culprits so you know exactly what to hunt for.
And this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at that big slice. 45% of rejections are because of missing endorsement PDFs. It's not the main certificate form. It's the attachments that are supposed to be with it. And the second biggest reason? An incorrect name. Again, these aren't deep insurance mysteries. They're clerical errors.
And here's why that is. The ACOR 25 form, the COI itself, is really just a snapshot. Think of it like the cover of a book. It proves you have insurance, sure, but it doesn't actually change your policy or give anybody new rights.
And here's the crucial part, endorsements. These are the actual pages inside the book. These are the documents that do the heavy lifting, the things that actually grant rights, like making the general contractor an additional insured. Just checking a box on the cover means absolutely nothing without the official endorsement PDF attached. That's why it's the #1 cause of rejections.
Okay, so we know the problem, we know the why. Now let's get to the good stuff, the solution. And it's a super simple 3-step process you can use every single time to get your COIs approved.
Here it is. This is your new mantra. Mirror, endorse, merge. You're going to mirror the exact wording from the contract. You're going to endorse by attaching the actual policy documents, and you're going to merge it all into one clean PDF for a smooth upload. This simple sequence knocks out the vast majority of rejection issues.
Let's break that down, starting with mirror. Man, this is where the details are everything. If the contract says Smith Electric, LLC, then your COI cannot say Smith Electric. If the address has 4 digits, don't type 3. These compliance portals are basically robots. They aren't looking for a close enough, they're looking for a perfect letter-for-letter match.
Next up, endorse. Here's the key. When you email your broker, you've got to be specific. Don't just say, hey, I need additional insured. No. Ask for the forms by name or number. I need a CG 2010 for ongoing ops and a CG 2037 for completed. Ask for the primary and non-contributory and the waiver of subrogation endorsements. Being this specific is how you get the exact documents you need to attach.
All right, so that 3-step fix is your core strategy. But, there are a few other little details that can still trip you up. So let's master these and make your submissions completely bulletproof.
First thing, know the typical limits. For most California job sites, you're going to see this pattern: $1 million per occurrence and $2 million aggregate for general liability. For auto and employer's liability, it's usually a straight million. The simple rule is your policy has to meet or beat whatever the contract requires.
Now this is a big one. This causes so many headaches. The contract demands a 30-day notice of cancellation. So you type that into the remarks box, right? Problem solved?
No. And this is so important. You can't promise something your policy doesn't actually grant. The standard ACORD form has very specific language that says the insurer will endeavor to notify. That's not a promise.
If the contract requires a guaranteed notice, you have to get a specific notice endorsement from your insurance carrier and attach that PDF. Don't just improvise the language.
All right, we've covered how to fix rejections when they happen. Now let's talk about preventing them from ever happening again. It's time to build a proactive system.
And this is how simple it can be. Build yourself a COI-ready kit. It sounds fancy, but really, it's just a folder on your computer. Have a template email ready to go, save your W-9 and policy numbers in one spot, and, most importantly, keep a folder of those standard endorsement PDFs we talked about. With this kit, a request that used to take you half a day of back and forth can literally become a 90-second task.
You know, when it all comes down to it, this is the takeaway. We're in this complex, high-tech industry, and yet one of the most expensive delays is still a simple typo, a missing document, a mismatched name. Precision in your paperwork is what keeps your projects profitable and moving.
So, that's the final question to leave you with. After all this, you've got a choice. Is your COI process going to be a daily crisis, a fire you're always putting out, or is it going to be a 90-second system? You can implement this simple mirror, endorse, merge process and turn that chaos into clockwork. The control is entirely in your hands.